Hey guys, what's going on? So today we're going to be taking a look at the Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. I'm starting to do more Generations videos now that I did Coronation Starscream, and I'm really caught up on Masterpiece, so I figured I don't collect much Generations, but what I do have, I'll go ahead and review for you guys. So here we have Optimus Leader Class. I'll do a whole thing about that at the end of the video, but so right now we'll just talk about it as he is. I do have the Nonnef upgrade set on him, so I'll explain that when we get to the trailer, because it all pertains to the trailer. But Shield Mode does look pretty good. I mean, it is probably the most accurate version we've gotten outside of the Masterpiece line, so it's pretty cool to see. It does roll fairly decently, but that's about it. It can turn, sort of, but speaking of, we'll go and talk about the trailer now. The standard set does not come with this piece, these blue pieces, this back piece, or this ramp. It does come with a ramp, but the ramp is different. So he'd look more or less like this, but the Nonnef upgrade kits add these things. So if we turn these, pull this out, and plug these in on the bottom again, you have the little legs. You pull down the ramp, open it up. There's Roller, who also does not come with a Nonnef kit, who comes with the Nonnef kit. These blue pieces are the Nonnef. This gas tank is the Nonnef. He does come with this robot guy, but it doesn't have these little guns. It doesn't have the claw. It doesn't have the satellite dish. So the Nonnef kit, I feel like, is almost essential to the Earthrise Optimus. So you're gonna have to add on like another $20, but Roller is pretty cool. You can get it in blue or gray. I went for the gray because the gray is the more cartoon accurate one. He can use the gas tanks, but they're a pain in the ass to get in and out, so I'm not going to bother, but you can plug them into him. He's also like a model. You have to put him together. He doesn't come as pre-assembled, but it is what it is. The satellite dish does have a blast effect part, so if you want to plug in one of those blast effects that come with the whole War for Cybertron line, you can. That's really it for the trailer, though. There's not much to it. He does have a shield, so there is that. I'll talk about Prime himself. He is very similar to the Siege one, but he's a little bit different. So we're going to unplug the gun, fold it out to make a gun. If you don't have this plugged into the back, he does have this really big gap here, which is kind of an eyesore. Not much you can do about it, but we're going to push in these gas tanks. Pretty much open every panel on the front of him. We're going to pull out the arms, open these pieces up, and we're going to fold out the hands. There we go. We're going to close all that up, push that piece down, and flip his head out like that. There we go. We're going to open him up, open this up, close all of these pieces into each other, fold that down, close that up, push it back down. Push these pieces in to fill that out, turn him around, push this piece up, close that up, fold these pieces down, open up the feet, and fold the legs down, separate them. There you go. Here we have Earthrise Optimus Leader Class in his robot mode. Here's what I'm getting at here. So, this is supposed to be a Leader Class figure, right? Okay. If you go back 2 years, not exactly this version, but this was the Power of the Prime's Optimus mold, who was released 2 years prior, and it was also a Leader Class. Okay, give me a break, guys. You're going to tell me these two figures cost the same? Obviously, this version Generation selects one, so it's going to be more expensive. But if you just get the base Power of the Primes mold, it was the same price as this. That's absurd. That's ridiculous. I don't believe this figure should cost $50. If you want to do an in-between between a Leader and a Voyager, like an Ultra class, like they used to do in Cybertron, go for it. Make that the Voyager with the upgraded pieces. This should not be a leader class. I don't think this set is worth $50. But that's just what they do now. And I mentioned this in my Starscream video too. That leader classes nowadays are just Voyagers with extra stuff. And I don't like that. Regardless, it's not really anything I can do about it. So articulation-wise, he's actually pretty good. He does have a waist turn. If you do, you can actually pull this piece off. It's just on a pressure point. It's just on a pressure peg. So you can give him a full 360 if you pull that off. I don't like parts forming, and even if you do take it off, it's still that big gap there. So, you know, there's that. His legs can go forward. He does have a knee, actually a pretty good knee. He has an ankle rocker. Really, really good ankle pivot. And he has toe, but that's mostly for transformation. His arms rotate the shoulders. Go up. Turns into bicep. He has a single elbow joint. Wrist articulation. His hands can open. And his head is on a ball joint, so his head can go wobbly all around. Something about the legs, though, is they are very clearly the Siege ones without the turn here, because you can see the pins in there. They've reused these legs so many times now. And there's my next review, I'm going to get into that, but... Oh, jeez. He can hold his gun, though. So that's cool. He does have a shield, which I mentioned earlier, which does plug into his arm. And he does have, like, the battle ports. So, like, he's got plugs here on his legs, here on his shoulders. The shield has a couple, and the gun can take some blast effects. So, if you want to have fun with this, you can. Now, you can also open the chest up. For me, it's kind of a pain in the ass. And he does have the Matrix. This is the same Matrix that I showed in my Kingdom Nonnef video. Star Convoy fell over. But this guy came with it first, so he has, you know, the piece that you can plug a blast effect into. And they've used and abused that Matrix. It's come with him, it's come with Hot Rod, it's come with Optimus. I think it even comes with Galvatron. I have to go back and look at Galvatron. And there are a couple more things you could do with him. You could take this piece off, and you can plug it into the back, like a gun pack. I personally prefer plugging it in like this, more of as a jetpack. I prefer it as a jetpack rather than a big gun. I don't know. That's just me. You can also just kind of lay him down flat. If you want to. I mean, it's supposed to be the repair bay, so... You can also make it a repair bay. Hey. So, before I come off as too negative, I actually do think, as a figure itself, it's pretty solid. There's no, like, loose bits. There's no, like, plastic QC issues or anything. As a figure in and of itself, I do think Earthrise Optimus is a very solid figure. I just, however, don't think he should be $50 or a leader class. I don't think he's worth a leader price point. Because he's just a Voyager with a box. That's what he is. If you can find him for like $30, I'd say pick him up. He's a solid figure. 50 is pushing it, especially when you need to get the Nonnef upgrade set to really improve him. It's not like the trailer and him combine into a super robot or anything. If they did that, he'd be a lot more worth it, but they don't. It's just a box. He looks good. Just by himself, he's a good figure. But I can't justify the price point just because he comes with the trailer. I personally can't. That's just a me thing. But that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back with more. I've been in and out, but I'm here. And hopefully I can get more videos coming out for you soon. So I hope you enjoyed this one and stay tuned for the next one. Take care.